Hey there, good day to you. Here on the streets of London, there are thousands, and on cities across the UK, and a powerful message collectively. Another thing you notice is how young the demographic is here. Many people who, you have to assume, don't always go on protests and holding banners that are not your average kind of protest banner. So just take a look here. If the earth was cool, I'd be in school. Another one, I'm sure the dinosaurs thought they had time too. So people competing for who can come up with the most creative protest banner and sending a message wherever they live that they're very worried about where they live.
Thousands and thousands of people demanding action on climate change. Per one of the organizers, this march was up to 10,000 people at one point, and right now it's reached its destination, the nation's capital here behind me. We're waiting to hear from Representatives Ilhan Omar, AOC, and Anna Presley. Shout out St. Francis International School. They wanted to say hi to you. These are kids. They skipped school to be able to participate and make the change today.
Well, here in Chicago, thousands upon thousands of people rally to bring some attention to climate change. We're at Federal Plaza. These folks just gathered over at Grant Park, made the walk here. Apparently more people showing up than even the police expected. They had to call in some additional reinforcements to help this crowd get downtown here. And while we've got people of all ages, younger and older, it's really the energy being driven by the younger people, the millennials, because they see the climate change issue as what the Vietnam War was for baby boomers. This is their issue. This will define their generation in effect. You can see all sorts of signs back here saying do something about it, that the science is not up for debate. They want these lawmakers to know that this generation, they will be voting. Some of them voting in 2020. They want the generations ahead of them to know that they will be the change agents on climate change.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.